Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Queensland Museum. Over the past decades, cultural tourism has developed rapidly worldwide. In the field of cultural tourism, museums and art galleries are key factors in attracting tourists. The importance of service quality and visitor experience has been emphasized because they can bring multiple benefits such as positive word-of-mouth communication, visitor loyalty, and souvenir purchases. However, services failures are inevitable. According to Cook 2019, service failure defined as service performance below visitor expectations. It can occur in the process and outcome of service delivery. According to the gap model, there are four important gaps that can lead to service failure. The circle scale identifies five important dimensions of service quality, including reliability, assurance, tangibles, responsiveness, and empathy. According to this model, tangible evidence is an important factor that contributes service quality. This highlights the importance of tangible objects and facilities in providing quality service to visitors. In addition, the management of tangible artifacts and facilities in museums affects the reliability and emphasis of service quality. According to three qualifying types of tourism, the purpose of tourism is an important criterion in defining tourism. The purpose of tourism may be different for different tourists. Today's museums serve a variety of functions to meet the needs of different tourists, including education, access to collections, storytelling interaction, and entertainment. Therefore, visitors' expectations of museums may be varied. There appears to be a trend in Queensland museums to increasing emphasis on entertainment and viewing, but the basic function of providing education appears to be neglected. Kickberg and Turner 2012 stated that museum experience is significantly influenced not only by the environment, including exhibits, entrance, and gift stores, but also by media labels. There are so many interpretive materials. The service marketing system confirms this by identifying internal and external elements as important elements of the forecourt. Based on my operations at the Queensland Museum visit, the growth in visit numbers and the decline in information about the museum's exhibits are two potential barriers to service at the Queensland Museum. An increase in the number of visitors to Queensland Museum can have a negative impact on the visitor experience, as it can lead to an occasional pushing, shoving, noise, cleaning, and even the inability to view the exhibits. This highlights the importance of controlling and managing the visitor experience. It has been argued that the visiting experience is now the core product of museums. Therefore, long queues can have a negative impact on the way Queensland museums are managed and operated. This could potentially lead to a decrease in visitor satisfaction. They may dissuade their friends and family from visiting Queensland Museum instead of recommending the Queensland Museum. The Queensland Museum can counter this phenomenon in several ways. First, to offer online booking service to the important exhibitions. Customers who booked online in advance can be given priority to visit, while other customers who do not have a booking can visit other exhibitions first to spread out the crowd. Secondly, consideration can be given extending the opening hours in the morning and the evening. that display the flow of people. Thirdly, according to the past visitor flow and the distribution of popular exhibits, design some recommended visiting routes and display the visitor flow and give visitors the best visiting experience. The second service failure is lack of enough exhibit information. There is a trunk at the Queensland Museum. People are curious as why there is a trunk in the Nature Museum exhibit. There is no description around this exhibit, but the official website is a wealth of resources. People expect enough background knowledge and information in museums, and if it doesn't live up to visitors' expectations, it will affect their mood. Possible consequences could include visitors being benefited by the sight of a trunk without any informational background and feeling disappointed when they do not realize the specific knowledge and importance of this exhibit, leading to a decrease in their satisfaction. Additionally, if visitors do not feel valued by their experience at the museum, they will not often recommend it to others, leading to loss of visitor loyalty at the Queensland Museum. Visitors may also not consider secondary purchases due to lack of sufficient information about the exhibits. This largely affects the Queensland Museum's admission revenue. So here are the solutions. Firstly, install a simple signage that provides a brief description of the tank, its historical background, and the importance of this exhibit in the Queensland Museum, easy to read for visitors. Secondly, set up a QR code that leads directly to the official website about the tank, as there is a wealth of text, video, and audio resources on the tank on the official website. It is very convenient for visitors who want to learn more about this tank. Thirdly, regular set-up staffs and volunteers to provide explanations of the exhibit at the specific times, and place them in the prominent place at the entrance of the museum, so that the staff or the volunteers can answer the visitors' question about this tank. The promotion of sustainable tourism has become a trend as sustainable development has received increasing attention. The triple bottom line of sustainable development suggests that sustainable development needs to be pursued at the economic level, the environmental level, and the social-cultural level. Here is the infographic I created. Australia is a multicultural country, and the Queensland Museum can achieve this by organizing exhibitions on Aboriginal history and culture, women's awakening, and migration. Such exhibitions would help to increase understanding and acceptance of different cultures and reduce the discrimination. This is in line with SDG 10, reduced inequalities. Developing sustainable exhibitions help the public to understand the importance of sustainability, the impacts of the climate change, and other environmentally and socially relevant challenges, thereby raising their awareness and knowledge. Demonstrating the museum's commitment to social and environmental responsibility can enhance its image and reputation in the eyes of the public. The use of green equipment such as LED energy-saving lights and installation of solar power systems at exhibitions. The Sustainability Education Corner is a special place created to introduce sustainability knowledge. For example, the installation of a carbon calculator allows visitors to calculate their carbon emissions of a day. Encourage employees and visitors to use public transportation, ride or walk to the museum. Concessions are offered in partnership with Brisbane Transport, with public transport for staff and parking facilities for bicycles. Utilize digital technologies to reduce the carbon footprint required to move physical exhibits while providing visitors with a richer, more interactive experience. As it is presented above, sustainability is a critical issue that should be addressed in the operation of a museum. Here below suggests the sustainability plan for the Queensland Museum to achieve sustainable development. The first step is to use renewable energy resources, such as solar energy, for the museum's energy sources. Brisbane gets plenty of sunshine, which means the more power a solar system can generate. In addition, solar energy has advantages over other renewable energy sources in terms of availability, cost effectiveness, accessibility, capacity, and efficiency. Increased use of LED-type energy-saving equipment for lighting in museums. The second step is to increase training on sustainability for all staff at the Queensland Museum. In cooperation with local communities, schools, and regular organized lectures and exhibitions on sustainability. This has helped the Queensland Museum to establish a good image in the local community. The third step is to set up different garbage collection stations to encourage visitors and employees in the museum to separate garbage. Properly sorted waste is more likely to be recycled and utilized, saving the Queensland Museum money on waste disposal. In addition, some waste produces greenhouse gases when it is incinerated. Segregation of waste reduces the amount of greenhouse gases emitted when waste is incinerated. Step 4. Encourage visitors and employees to use public transportation. Transportation facilities are very conveniently located near the Queensland Museum, with bus and train station only 2 or 3 minutes to walk away. Furthermore, add bicycle parking and increase parking fees for private vehicle parking. Provide the visitors who using the public transportation with small gifts made from sustainable materials. This will therefore not only reduce greenhouse gas emissions from private cars, but also ease traffic pressure in this area. The Queensland Museum will require some investment in the lead-up to the program for the purchase of solar power system, LED, energy-saving lamps and other equipment, as well as also need to take into account the enthusiasm of the staff for the museum to carry out sustainability and the engagement issues. However, considering the long-term impact, by implementing this sustainable management strategy, the Queensland Museum will not only attract visitors who are passionate about sustainability, but will also create a good image for the Queensland Museum in the region and increase its visibility. Therefore, I believe that a sustainability management program is feasible. Thank you.